Greetings, love, Rastafari. My name is Jimmy. I'm a musician and a socio-economic strategist. So here we have part of the strategy, socio-economic, and this one's called Nepad at Kayesa, and it is a letter to our president in Malawi, His Excellency, President Lazarus Chakwera. So Nepad at Kayesa, youth to youth embassy connecting Malawian youths to other youths internationally with the objective of optimizing corporate social responsibility of big tech towards Africa. Okay? So those are my future plans in Malawi. Begins like this. Your Excellency, first of all, let me join you and the rest of Malawi in mourning our bright shining light, Honorable Saulus Klaus Chilima. It is indeed very sad to be referring to him as late, especially as I have over many years been striving to complete a presentation of economic strategies to himself and to Your Excellency. I treasured his experience in the corporate world, and I felt assured that he would have a thorough understanding of comprehensive corporate social responsibility, CCSR. Since the days of Airtel and Carlsberg, he was the obvious ultimate target once my project design was complete. When he became vice president for the first time, myself and Danish friends who worked with him at Carlsberg felt a ray of hope for Malawi. After watching the debate in 2019, in the election 2019, our first thought was that it would make sense if Your Excellency and Honorable Saulus Chilima teamed up. As if it was an answer from God, this actually happened. I'm a Rastaman. I'm a man of unity, peace and love, and hard work for all our people. Everything that happened after the initial unity, I dutifully refrain from commenting on. It is obvious that a lot is now in the hands of God. However, I must say I truly miss having in the back of my mind that I would have presented CCSR to the two of you together. To his widow, his children, his family, colleagues, to Your Excellency, and to our beloved people of Malawi, I bow in sorrow and extend my sincere condolences. The timing of this address makes it difficult for it not to be perceived as political. It isn't. As a Rastaman, the well-being of our people comes first to me. I am encouraged that your meeting with the legendary Burning Spear gave Your Excellency insight into the agenda of Rastafari, and that you respect Rastafari, otherwise you would not have invited Burning Spear to come to a meeting with Your Excellency. In that spirit, this letter is of importance to everyone invested in the upcoming elections. The truth of the matter is that the project design has been in process for many years, and it so happens that it is complete now. It also coincides with measures taken by President Trump of the USA that have consequences on our national budget, just as it comes in the wake of yet another devastating cyclone. These are issues that demand extreme political maturity from all sides, and it is my Rasta duty to apply the best of my ability to forge our collective way forward. Now, if I may proceed with the purpose of this letter. In keeping with the appeal to the peoples of Africa by African leaders of the NEPAD Manifesto finalized in Abuja in October 2001, I hereby present a series of ideas that underpin the most beneficial socio-economic strategies for Malawi. After witnessing the BBC interview where Your Excellency candidly admitted to a loss of 600,000 jobs, in contradiction to the campaign promise of creating 1 million jobs, I appreciate the honest response to the journalist. Without it, I would not have the necessary hope required to write this letter. I also watched the SONA meeting with youths. I was encouraged to witness such a meeting. I was proud to hear the youth articulate themselves. I hope that all political leaders in Malawi will find common ground in listening to the youth. Having said all that, let us get on with the matter at hand, the 1 million jobs. Let me begin by asserting that 100% employment in Malawi is possible. The key is to realign already existing dynamics in ways that yield the best possible symbiosis across industries. That objective on its own will release a new infrastructure of service professions. The objective of those professions is to take ownership of the poverty industry and as much as possible pursue the financing thereof at the very beginning of development budgets established in donor countries for reasons that make sense to those countries, such as the mitigation of immigration. We have to act quickly as there is no time to waste. What Trump has done is to send a clear signal of what is to come from all donors, unless our country can formulate significant validity in the dynamics of global geopolitics. The guaranteed technique for positive outcomes is threefold. 1. The implementation of land value taxation and or extrapolations of it for all community needs. This is an age-old form of land revenue governance exemplified in most traditional cultures across the world, from our African kingdoms to the Scandinavian Vikings, from the statutes of God to Moses to the customs of the Inuits in Greenland, as well as Native Americans. The good news is that it is not against nor a threat to free market economies, yet it fulfills the aspirations of all socialist thought. For that reason, Your Excellency is not the only person I'm presenting this idea to. I also present it to my cousin, King Mswati III of Swaziland, who is a supreme landlord. Number 2, the intensification of the velocity of exchange within the quantity theory of money. Our platforms for public participation are created for that reason. It is my firm belief that resolution to global economic pressures will come from the synchronization and synthesization of youth-based activities and aspirations. Number 3, the release of funds already within the economy for the specific objective of the above. The only justifiable place to do so is rent. Decreasing rent automatically releases money for circulation. As long as the many platforms are intact, the circulation would be beneficial to landlords in due time. Since the platforms are designed to widen the government's tax base, each cycle of rent decrease and increase brings more marginal land sectors into the GDP. The actual design of the platforms can be best compared to the methods used to design permaculture. CCSR is the permaculture of economics. And just like permaculture, one solution yields another. By mid-July 2025, I will be in Malawi to establish the world's first CCSR center at Kaisa Inn in Mjinji. Together with volunteers from around the world and specifically from Denmark, I will develop the platforms most suited to Malawi's economy, and we will function as a think tank for the government. We demand to be viewed as non-political, but always owing allegiance with the present elected government. I trust that Your Excellency will find a way to guarantee us such a status. Also, rest assured that I have proposals of ideas to that effect. In closing, I would like to say that it is my sincere hope that this letter reaches Your Excellency in the best of health, and that the response to my initiative will be encouraging and favorable to all Malawians. May God bless and guide Malawi. From Denmark, one love, Rastafari.